Alright, this is Austin Miller, too preoccupied with Duel Links to do his deck profile, but he is going to be doing a deck profile on heroes.
Alright. So first off, it's 3 Stratos. He is your main searcher of the deck, and...
Can pop spell and traps?
Yeah, but no one does that. It's not hip to do that, Liam. Next, you have 2 Shadow Mist. Again, another really good combo piece for searching, sending it to the graveyard, or summoning it from anywhere to get its effect off. Then you have your one-ofs. You have Honest Neos, Solid Soldier, and Japanese Liquid Soldier. These are both either starters or extenders, whichever they can be at the time. And this is just a searchable way to beat over anything and get way more damage on field, which is pretty nice. He also can make himself bigger, but you don't ever summon him. Then you have the Vision Heroes. You have 3 Ferris. Again, just main combo piece. You discard a hero monster, summon this from your hand, and then you start going off by putting Increase in your Spell Trap Red Zone, using it to tribute a monster you control, summon it, and your Viand from the deck, and then just keep going off. And of course, the main things you want to send off of that would be your Destiny Heroes, such as, sadly, 2 Mali. You always play Mali at max. You never play it at less. And then one of your main Sun cards is Plasma, because he's just a walking skill drain for your opponent only. And then the Fusion Destiny package of these 2. This is good for drawing cards, and this is good for just beefing up attack numbers and giving you a way to pop cards on your opponent's turn. You can also use his Hand Trap effect where you discard it and then don't take damage from an attack and then burn both players for 1,000. But it's pretty niche, and you also would rather get it out of your hand other ways. And then lastly, for the monsters, you have 1 Adusted Gold. He's just a searchable way to make Malicious Bane, so he's pretty good. None of the other evil heroes are very good, at least not in Omni hero builds like this. Then next on to your spells. 3 Fusion Destiny. It's kind of like Red Eyes Fusion, summon from the extra deck by using the materials from your deck. It just locks into Dark Heroes for this turn. But you don't really mind, because that's what most of these are. The Mass Change and E. Again, combo piece and searcher.
Searcher for searcher that searches.
Hey, if your deck is not searching your searcher with a searcher, they're not doing good. Then, for the 2 ofs, 2 Avarice, it's pretty good. If you're playing heroes properly, you're going to be having a pretty stacked grave pretty quick. And a lot of times you'll only be able to do a combo 1 or 2 times in the game. So being able to recycle that and redo the combo again is pretty nice. Plus it gives you draws. And heroes just want more cards. Then for your one-ofs, there's a lot of them. Reborn, A Hero Lives, Foolish Burial, Reinforcements of the Army, Real Confusion, Call by the Grave, Polymerization, and Dark Calling. So, of course, Reborn, summon from the deck, Foolish Burial, Searcher again, Fusion Spell, Fusion Spell, Fusion Spell, and just Call by, because it helps you get things going and keeping them going. Then onto the extra deck, we have...
Any combo deck doesn't really want to be interrupted by pretty much anything, like hand traps like Ash, so the called by is always good.
Right. First, you have your token, because you want to Nibiru people. Pretty standard. But first, we have our Link monsters. It is just the extra hero Link monsters. If it wants to, there we go. You have these 2. This guy is good for recurring resources, but he's probably the hardest to summon because he's a dark monster, so you can't summon him under Fusion Destiny. This guy, he is mostly used for his arrows and because he just beefs everything up, because some of the times your things can be small, such as Plasma going first. And this guy is a really good combo enabler and starter, because he revives a monster and then he contributed to search. And while he focuses a lot more on Destiny heroes, he works in pretty much any hero variant, so he's really nice. Then off to the elemental heroes, we have Elemental Hero Absolute Zero and Elemental Hero Sunrise. Sunrise searches Meal Confusion, so you want to play it at 1. He also boosts your stuff and pops cards, and then this just pops everything your opponent controls in most scenarios. So obviously they're both really good. Then off to your Destiny heroes. You just play these 2 right here. He's a good going first option. Not as many people play him anymore as they used to, because he's merely just a single pop. But he's still good for getting your Destiny Heroes engraved, which they still fuel the deck. And then this guy, playing Fusion Destiny in this, allows you to pretty much search any hero monster you want by setting Shadow Mist as the dark target for this. And that can get your combo starting with just a single Fusion Destiny. And then your OTK Machine, Vision Hero Trinity, 5k, swing 3 times, big number. The Malicious Bane, again, Japanese. For those who don't know, he just blows everything up your opponent controls with less attack than him, can't be destroyed by battle or card effect, and is just a oppressive monster. Then off to the Master Heroes, we have Master Hero Blast, Master Hero Acid, Master Hero Anki, and the main boy, Double Dark Claw. I also want to play Diane. Problem is deck space is just too tight. This is for getting Shadows off the field to dodge Imperm, Veiler, or hell, Fiendish Chain. This is for summoning off of Absolute Zero. Huh?
Effect failure?
That was the first thing I said. But this is also really good because you can use this with Mass Change, or excuse me, you can use Absolute Zero, send it off Mass Change, summon this, and you nuke your opponent's entire field. Then this guy, he's been more quirky and probably the easiest one to cut out of all these, because he just attacks directly, or if he destroys a monster, he searches a change quick play spell. And it just helps with putting damage on field at times. And then Dark Claw is the main guy you want to be summoning off of your dark monsters. You know, hand ripping, macrocosming your opponent, and just being pretty decently big, and then getting boosted off the Link monster. Just makes it really good, especially in pair it with Plasma.
There are certain decks where obviously it's not as viable, but against most decks, Dark Claw hurts.
Right, because one-sided Macrocosmos is extremely impressive.
Alright, and that's it for the hero deck profile.